everybody. We are on air with CORSAIR. It is me, Lucky Chanzlyn, the community manager for the Discord, the subreddit, the good things all around. And then we have the incredible and lovely Marx with us today, who we'll introduce here in a second. But first, I just want to do some quick notes for the community. Hi, everybody in chat. I see all the hellos. You guys are wonderful. Um, so the podcast going forward, I made a little bit of an announcement in the Discord about this yesterday, but just so you guys know, I am aiming to have a podcast almost every week. It's going to be alternating what day it is per week. So currently we have podcast today, but after some quick discussions with Marx before this, I think we're actually going to move this podcast to every other Friday. So we're going to look into that. I need to double check the schedule a little bit and see what the plan is there. And then every other Tuesday. So to keep it simple for you guys, basically, if week 1 is a Tuesday, then week 2 will be a Friday, then week 3 will be a Tuesday, and then week 4 will be a Friday, so on and so forth. I do have both of the events in the Discord already listed, so that way you can click on it and you'll get your reminders there as well. So you can just hit !Discord into chat to join. Good morning, everybody. Hello. And then the other note is Nettie is back this Thursday. I know I said that last time, but I promise she's actually back. There isn't like a partner takeover. There isn't another event. She's back Thursday. So it'll be fun to bring her back into gaming streams and hanging out. And I hope you guys are going to look forward to her being with us again. Okay, now let's talk about Marx. No pressure. You guys might have seen Marx in a live stream build back in, was it May? I think it was like mid-May, maybe April.
May, yeah.
Yeah,
I
May.
so.
It was actually with Nettie. So if you guys are here, you probably saw Marx, Nettie, and Vince. They were all doing a build together. Marx is one of my favorite people to work with. Don't tell anybody at CORSAIR that.
Oh, shucks. I'm telling everybody now.
Sorry, it's already been clipped. It's been shared.
Clip and ship it.
But yeah, I thought we would introduce Marx a little bit more because he's going to be here on a more consistent basis. And so, Marx, tell us about you. What you been up to? Who are you?
Good morning, party people. For those on the West Coast, I think it's already afternoon for you guys on the East Coast. But
yes.
Hi, I am Marx. A little bit about myself. I've been working at CORSAIR for, I think, 4.5 years now. I started off as a regular support agent. I helped the support team help out customers with issues with our products or any types of questions. Ended up moving to California last year, and as of this year, I sort of transitioned away from support into tech marketing. I wear many hats. I wear a lot of hats, actually.
You wear so many hats.
But my main hat is, you probably have seen me on the Reddit. I'm CORSAIR Mars on Reddit. So my main responsibility there is pretty much just try to help you guys, or help people in general, get to support as fast as possible. And also help answers any questions that people might have, whether it's regarding our products or any future products, with some exceptions, of course. But in general, I do many things, but I'm mainly known as the Reddit guy. It's a pleasure to meet you guys, or to see everybody, yeah.
Conga said that they only see one hat, so next time you have to wear multiple hats.
I wear my AT&T hat, or no, my AOL hat, I should say.
Yes, the AOL. Oh, everybody loved that hat from the live stream. That was so funny.
I have a lot of retro hats. I have like an IRC hat. I have a Netscape hat. I have the old Internet Explorer hat. I have so many different kinds of retro hats.
You gotta
I love retro stuff.
You need to take a photo of you wearing all of the hats at once.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have too many. That's a lot of photos, actually.
CORSAIR staff really move a lot. Yeah, that's actually a thing that I love about this company, is that they always have opportunities for you to explore different things that you want to do. So I started off doing just the basic community stuff, but I actually do a lot more work now internally, like the insiders team, which you guys might have seen on the Reddit specifically, more so than the Discord, but they are there. Like, I started taking that on. The streaming stuff actually came a little bit later in the time that I've been here. So CORSAIR has just been really cool in being able to explore the different roles that you are interested in to see if that's where you want to go. And if not, then you can go and find something else. At least.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is incredible. Like, they give you so much opportunity here. And I'm not just saying that because obviously I'm an employee, but
right.
Like, someone that started from like pretty much from the ground floor and have been able to move up a little bit here and there. It's been really nice. And you meet a lot of good people here in the industry. And it's like a really good way. Like if you're interested in tech or like consumer electronics, Corsair is honestly one of the best places to be. If you're in college and want to be an intern, we have so many spots available for people here. It's actually kind of mind-boggling. I've never worked for a company like this before, and it's been really good experience overall.
Yeah, no, big same. The internship program has been one of my favorite things in my time here. Our current summer interns just started like a week to maybe a couple weeks ago. And so it's been fun seeing them come in and just do a lot of stuff. And some of those
Yeah.
interns actually end up getting a job offer shortly after. So lots of ways to get yourself into the company. Just throwing it out
Shout out
there.
Jacob.
All right. So I know there's a couple questions in chat. We will probably try to get to those sporadically because the goal of today's stream is we're actually going to be talking about our community build showcase, which is something that is new for us. It's kind of a revival of the build of the month that we used to do on the subreddit. And so if we get a little off topic, that's just how we roll. But for the most part, we do have a topic for today. Real quick, any intern programs headed towards Europe's side of the pond? Not that I know of, but I know we do have offices over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's something we'll do sometime
It
soon.
it, it is coming actually.
Oh,
Historic internship program was mostly US based,
mm-hmm.
but now we're going to be expanding more worldwide. There's a lot of amazing people out in Europe. We have offices
Yeah.
in the Netherlands, UK, and now Germany, since we've acquired Fanatec. So there is going to be openings for EU coming very soon. So I would not be surprised if the next internship program that we do in the next few months will involve EU folks. So stay tuned
Ooh.
for those.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I will definitely be sharing those on the subreddit and in the Discord whenever the internships are live. So if we do start including outside of the US, I'll make sure to note that specially for you guys. We do have an office in England, so don't worry, UK folks. Like, if
Do
we do have internships over there, it'll probably be in that location as well.
across the pond, baby.
Across the pond. Okay. I did see this come up a couple of times in the conversation before that I do want to talk about too. Edge is now listed on the webpage, but is out of stock. When will we see stock? So I think I actually saw George post about this on the subreddit very recently. I need to share that information as well. But basically, there has been some delay in just kind of like quality checks and things like that. So we're getting sorted, we're working through it, and we are definitely hoping to see it soon. I don't have an ETA because the situation of just everything kind of keeps moving things around, but I'm definitely keeping a close eye. I know that that is the product that everybody has been just waiting for, have been asking about constantly. So believe me, I'm going to make a whole celebration for when that product is finally released. So you will not miss when it's finally available for purchase.
Can't wait, man. I love the Edge. It's very nice.
I know, I
And
can't
yeah,
wait. It's gonna make my life so much easier with the Twitch chats and stuff. It'll be so
I,
good.
I can't wait to do some giveaways with these when it
Oh my
comes out. I
god.
think it'd be awesome
I
to just
know,
give away some free
right?
edges.
We're gonna give away, we have to give away like so many edges because it's
We
just,
have
everybody's
to.
been
We have
waiting.
to. We have to.
All right, friends. Now it's time for the Community Build Showcase. You've been asking every week. Trust. I will be sure to let you know. So let me transition screens real quick. Hello. Great to see build streams back. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we definitely want to do more build streams. I'm hoping to do them at least once a month, and then maybe we'll get to a point where we can do them a lot more often than that. But we're working there. You know, you got to go gradually. You can't just go full force because that's how you burn yourself out. We
Oh
want
my
to make
God,
sure
yeah.
we bring quality for you guys. You love the build streams? Oh, that makes my heart happy because I know that's something I definitely wanted to do a lot more of.
It's fun to do, honestly. It's like it's a lot of work, but it's really fun to hang out with everybody and just like start building stuff. It's like
It is.
incredible.
It is. Community build showcase. Potato, are you in this? Maybe. Maybe. So there's two ways to get to the build showcase currently. If you go to the subreddit on the sidebar, when you scroll down, there's the little icon that says build showcase, and you click on it, it'll take you to the Explorer page that has the build showcase. And then if you're on Explorer itself, like you just go to the Explorer page, there's build showcase on the top that you can click on and it'll take you there. But basically, we currently have some builds on there. We have all of the builds that we did at Computex. So if you guys want to go and check out the builds in detail, like the stuff that we actually created for the event itself, you can go there. And that's where we're going to feature all builds from all events going forward. And then we also have Corsair official builds. These are builds that were created for various like product ad placements, imagery that you see for advertisements and stuff like that. Like these are generally the builds that we make. And so we are putting them on here as well because people sometimes will see just an image on like Facebook and go, I don't know what's in that build. It looks really cool. I'd love to learn more. You can come here and find them as well. And then, of course, our sponsored builds. Uh, Marx, tell me a little bit about the sponsored builds because I haven't had a chance to look into these as much.
I love our sponsor builds. They're like our collaboration with, influencers or studios or brands where we really are able to make something incredible with our products. Like I think I can see on your screen is the Alpine wheel. It's like a
Yes.
custom, it's a real wheel. Like it's a real wheel that you could put on a car, and we built a PC out of it. So normally how this goes was I think like an influencer or a streamer will work, or like a modder even will um, take our products and make something unique with it, and we're able to showcase that on the Builder Showcase as a result. And here's some like I think there's a few cool stuff in there too, like the our cube was also in there too. It should be in there, yeah.
This
Which is like
is
the
so
massive
fun.
RGB fan cube that we I think we requested from I don't remember his name, but he is
I know
a
it's
modder.
Forsberg Customs.
Yes, yes, and he made this amazing piece here. Uh,
It's
kind of
48
shows like
fans, I
what,
think.
yeah, it kind of shows what is like the peak of like design.
Shows that PC DIY, you really can DIY if you put your heart into
You can DIY anything
it.
you want.
And
But
then,
yeah, like in general, like the Builder Showcase is something that it's like a passion project that Albert did. He's also my friend and coworker in
you guys have
ETM,
seen
and
Albert on a couple build streams before.
yes, Albert is absolutely amazing. He wanted really to create this in order for us to show people like what you can do with our products. And a big part of that is also involving the community in here, which I think Lucky you will be talking about in a little bit.
Yeah.
But in general, we want to just get people to submit builds using our products, and sort of like this whole showcase is just to show what people are able to make, what we make, as well as like inspiration stuff. Because like I remember when in around 2020 when I first started building PCs, it was during COVID. I had like no concept of like what I want in a build. I just wanted something,
Wait, you
and I
only
felt
started
like
building in 2020?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that's so like recent.
I, I was a console guy for a very long time. I was a pro smite player or semi-pro smite player.
On
I was on
console?
console. Yeah,
Oh
I was on
my
console for a very
gosh.
long time. I played COD like semi-professionally as well back in the day. For those that remember GBs. But yeah, like when I started getting into PC building, I would have loved something like this for some inspiration, like sort of what I want in a build. And I think we kind of achieved this. And next step would be to involve the community in this, because I think that would be a great part as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just so you guys have some information on the community build stuff, I will be making a post, I think probably tomorrow, because the primary way to get into the Builder Showcase is that you have to post on Reddit. So we're going to have a announcement tomorrow. It's going to include the form that you can fill out, but one of the requirements for the form is that you should make a post on the subreddit itself and then link that post in the form as well. Because we want you to be able to get as much views and flowers and, just respect from the community to see your builds, because giving people a way for them to like communicate with you directly. So, creating that post on Reddit will allow people to talk to you directly to be like, hey, tell me more about your build. And then we can also link it in the post itself once we get them onto the website. So that way people can, again, go back to that thread, find you, and talk to you if they want to know more about what your build has. But yeah, like Marx has already touched on, the goal behind the build showcase is that we just want to be able to show you what is truly possible with your builds. There isn't really necessarily like a limit depending on like how much of your heart, mind, blood, sweat, and tears you want to put into PC building, because you can go as simple as just, building into a case. You can go to an open frame case, and then we also have just these incredible mods, like, this person created these like angel wings and statues to attach to their open frame setup. So you can really make a PC what you want it to be. And I think it's incredibly important for us to involve the community, because these are real everyday people who are building these PCs for practical uses and for things that they are like, hey, this is what I need for my work, my job, etc. And so we want to highlight that and show it to everybody else. Like, yeah, you can do this kind of stuff for whatever it is you need to do. And we want to showcase that.
Absolutely, yeah. And like I think it'd be really cool as well for people to like. I definitely want once we fully release this, is I want people to plug in their like Twitter account or Instagram accounts. Like, if you're an aspiring builder or you want to get into this industry, this would be a good, opportunity for you guys to like just plug your stuff in on our official website. Or if you're a hobbyist and you just want to show like all this cool stuff that you built, like it'll be here, and it'll be here for pretty much forever. So like you would be sort of cementing yourself on our page, and I think it'd be really awesome. And also, just I'm really interested just to see what you guys can come up with. Like, even if it's a really simple build, but you like build the cable management, I want to see that. Or if you're a modder and you want to just mod something incredible, I want to see that too. I want to see all kinds of builds, and I think this would be a good place to have that there. And for people in the future that are getting into PC gaming, they don't have to look at our sponsor stuff. They don't have to look at our stuff that I build or like Albert built. Well, maybe they want to see something that people in the community build, and I think that's a good avenue for that too.
Yeah, I totally agree. We've seen people who have posted on the subreddit. They're like, "This is my first time building a PC," and they like
I love
completely
those.
nailed it. It was beautiful stuff. And then we have people who, again, are also first time builders, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine, it works." And I'm like, that's exactly what we need. We want to see the range of skills. We want to see first time builders to people who've been building for 10 years plus. Like, we want that range. We just want people to feel seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to see everybody in here. Like, I think it'd be really cool because like this community is really huge, and now that we have Fanatec involved as well, it's sort of like everybody's sort of coming together. Like, it's more than just PC building now; it's sim racing, and like I've seen a lot of builds now with like our PCs or like our gear in there as well, and it's just like it's honestly amazing, and I love it personally.
Yeah. And in addition to all this stuff, this is part of what we're going to be doing on a monthly basis on this podcast. Is Marks and I are going to get together. We're going to review the submissions. Beforehand, we're going to probably pick like 3 to 6. It depends on basically how long we spend talking about the different builds. And then at the end, we're going to reveal who are the ones that's going to be featured in the build showcase. So if you don't get selected that first time around, that's totally okay. You can still submit for the following month. We're just trying to make sure we stagger the content because, we don't want to upload like 10 builds at once and then 10 builds again and then 10 builds again. And then it becomes this like backlog of people trying to go through and find stuff. It's like, no, we want people to feel special when we select you for the build showcase. So we might only select one for the month. We might select two. It just comes down to, what kind of content we want to feature and the diversity of the builds that people create. And then in addition to that, we do have like swag and prizes that we will be giving out to the winners. Marks, do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Oh, the swag, the winners, the prizes, you guys
The
will get a lot of cool stuff.
goodies.
Some nice goodies, like a t-shirt, like a customized one-on-one t-shirt, like that you're a winner for the build of the month, or the build of winner for the showcase. And like some other, potential products as well. There's more to come with that, but in general, there's going to be a nice little package sent to you from me to you.
Yes.
And it's gonna be nice. I'm like in the process of making like the box goodie bag. I want to add some stickers. I want to add some like Corsair stuff in there, and it'll be really cool. And I know you guys will like it. It's gonna be nice
It is
because
gonna be super fun.
I don't skip. I go like people. I know I'm probably gonna get people a little bit mad at me because it's gonna be, but I don't care. Like it's for you guys. It's gonna be nice, and I definitely want to incentivize people to enter. Even if you don't win, you can still submit next month as Lucky said, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome. Steve in the chat just wrote, but wait, there's more. And there is. Because what we're also going to do is towards the end of the year, we're going to probably make a poll within within the subreddit of the 12 builds that have been submitted, and we're going to have you guys choose which one is your favorite of the 12. So there will be an overall winner for the year, and they're going to get a second prize package. So, we're going to have a range of prizes. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff. It's not a one and done deal. We want to be able to bring back a lot of these people's builds and be able to celebrate them and show them off. So even if you win in January, you can still win again later that year. So that just means another opportunity for us to share your build again. And then not only is it going to be on the build showcase, like anything that we put into the build showcase will be shared onto social media as well. And we'll be crediting and tagging and all the good stuff. So we want to make sure you guys get the respect you deserve, the love, the attention, the flowers, all the good stuff. Step said he's kind of spam build entries.
No, Steph is not allowed to enter.
We're gonna
He's
block Step.
disqualified. No employees allowed here. Sorry.
Reddit's gonna get messy. No, I don't think so. So just to give you guys some little bit of insight into the form itself, is we are putting in a bunch of tips and tricks to really make your build shine. So if some people, they are not photographers. That's not their hobby. That's not the thing that they want to do. But at the same time, we can offer some basic tips and tricks to just make your PC pop, because we're not looking for the most professional of imagery. Like if you have it, then amazing, great. Like that, yes, that'll totally help you. But at the same time, we're just looking for the everyday person. And so we have just a bunch of stuff for you to go to the subreddit and be able to be like, okay, these are the angles they're looking for. These are some ideas for what I can do to take pictures to make my build a little bit more exciting in the pictures that I'm taking. Like one of my favorite tips is take off your side panel. Like people will take a picture of their build with the side panel on, and if you have a glass panel, it's going to have that glare. We can't see inside your PC. We don't really know what's going on. Or if you have a side panel that's just, a solid or a mesh panel, still can't see. So just simply removing your side panel already makes it like a million times better of a photo, because now we know the work that you put inside it. So don't worry, it's not going to get messy on the subreddit. This isn't going to be a free-for-all of people to just spam any and all imagery. It's like, no. We have specifics within the form itself of what we're looking for. And this includes you putting like a little name tag in one of your photos of your username, because we have seen it in the past where people will submit their photos, but it's actually a photo they found of someone else's build on Google or another subreddit and tried to share it as theirs. So we have things in there to get a little bit of a quality control, if you will.
Yeah, not only that, actually, for the community showcase stuff, I think we have 3 builds already ready to go once we launch this officially, and we have the
Yes.
things inside us for that. Boba, Pidgey's PC, and Harmless Potato. They are the first 3 that submitted some submissions for us, and I think when we officially launch the community showcase, they will be shown there. So I just want to give a shout out to those guys as well.
I Sorry, I want to fight Step real quick. Step wrote glass panel on, full flash. That's how all the photos are going now. This
What
is
is this,
why he's
oh 06?
disqualified.
It's a MySpace photo.
The MySpace photo. Oh my god. The top angle shot. Can't see anything. It's great. It's
Oh
fine.
my God.
What are the
I you know
exact?
you know
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, sorry. No, I was gonna say like I remember a couple years ago when I was in support, this guy would take a photo of like his product serial number, and he would use his webcam. So he would have the webcam up like this in his bathroom with the product right here, and I'm just like, no, man, just take a photo directly of the sticker, please. I don't want to see your face. Sorry. Please.
Oh my god, that was like one of my favorite. My friends, it's one of his hobbies. Is he likes to hang out on the Facebook Marketplace and scroll through like mirrors to see like reflections. And so he'll send me one periodically, be like, "Look at this person's mirror." I'm like, "No."
It's so funny.
So keep in mind reflections.
Please.
Oh my god. But yeah, Corky had asked, like, what are the exact restrictions? So don't worry, the form and the Reddit post will have the specific information of what exactly it is we're looking for, what's required, because the other part of the Builder Showcase is we understand that not everybody is going to have just a complete ecosystem of Corsair products. Sometimes you only have like 2 or 3. And so we're going to make it very clear on there what exactly we're looking for, because we don't want to disqualify people simply because they have like a product or two that is not Corsair. So we'll make it clear what exactly we want. So that way, when you go to apply, you're not, feeling like, oh, I don't meet the requirements, or, oh, I don't know exactly what they want. It's like, no, no. We're going to make this as easy and clear as possible. And of course, if there's any questions, you can just drop them in that subreddit post, and I will make any clarifications as needed. So we got you. We got you. All right. So, on that note, let's talk about a couple of the builds, because this is how the format's going to be. We're going to bring up some of the builds. We're going to talk about them, and one of the things that I think is incredibly important is talking about what the builds are for. So, it's one thing to just look at a build, but how do you know for sure if the parts in that build are actually good for whatever it is you do? Because some people only need a PC for very casual games, while others need it for more intense games. Some people need it for their high end, like editing software. So, there's a range of what people build PCs for. And we want to make sure we note that whenever we talk about the different builds that we are going to showcase. Um, I just saw Potato is in chat. Potato, I was wondering if it was going to pop back up. But Potato is one of our insiders, and he is one of the ones that have their build already submitted. So I guess a quick note is we will have a separate section in the Builder Showcase that's specifically community builds. And that's where you'll find those 3 builds once the showcase is up and live. And from there, that's where all future builds will be added.
Correct. Correct.
All right.
And Lucky, you want to show one of these builds?
Yeah. So
This one. So this is an example of something like I would like to see. I think we did this for Computex. I believe Albert did this
yes.
one.
Yes. Oh, it was
And
so pretty in
generally,
person.
oh my God, it is very pretty. So I want to emphasize a few things here. Is like we definitely want to see. For me, I mean, you'll get bonus points from me if you can come up with a very clean, aesthetically centered and focused build. But I don't want like I feel like a lot of people will think, oh, I have to have the highest high end stuff. Like I need a 5090, I need a latest AMD chip or whatever. In reality, what I want to see is like your vision for this build. And I think in the direction that I gave, like Harmless Potato and Pidgey is I want to like kind of like not a story, but more like what is your thought process behind this build? Why did you choose these parts? Why did you like organize it this way? And sort of give us an idea of your thought process. I think that goes a long way. And it doesn't have to be about the latest parts. Like if you have like a 980 Ti, but you manage to like set it up in a way that looks really visually appealing, I think that'll give us even more bonus points for me. As well as cable management. I think, Lucky, if you scroll down, you should see a few photos of like sort of like the different angles and
Yeah, the little gallery.
little gallery that we have here. And so like these are the kind of shots that I would like to see. So like one outside shot, one from the side, one up close. And then I think the last photo is a cable management. Yes. So for cable management, we've actually done a lot. I'm sure you guys are already aware about our link ecosystem. And for sure, absolutely, link ecosystem will make a cable management even better. But I think you guys will get bonus points if you manage to if you guys have a current build that doesn't have this in yet, and you are a master at cable management and take a photo of it and submit it, you'll get some extra bonus points from me here because I love a good organized cable management like aesthetics on the back. Because for me, I suck at cable management. That's not my thing. I have a rat's nest. That is a skill and an art form that I'm glad I do not have to worry about anymore because we have Link. So,
Yes. I'm
uh,
glad you said it's bonus points because there was a couple people in chat that are like, oh, my cable management was horrible. Oh, do we need to submit a cable management picture? Like, no, you don't need to, but it is bonus points because
but it would be nice. Yes.
cable management, I don't know her either.
Yeah. So, I mean, you definitely won't be docked any points, but it would be a nice bonus. And I can foresee some of you winning even if you don't submit
Yes.
one. Really, this is like, it's not like only for the experts. Like, if you're a brand new user or a brand new builder and, this was your first build, I mean, that's all more the power to you. And I just want to see like something like some cool stuff. Like, even if it's basic, as long as it like has a vision and like there's a purpose. Like, I spoke to someone on Reddit about 3 days ago actually, and he just built his first build and he posted about it. He's like, oh, it's not like the best, but then like he's like, I saved up like a whole summer for this build and like I'm really proud of it. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. Like, of course, like these, like, I definitely want people to feel empowered to submit their stuff. Like, because
Correct.
you guys should be proud of like what you're making. It's
Yes.
adult Legos, but it's like, that's, it's an extension of you. So I think, like I want to see some cool stuff, but I also want to see some personality in there too. It'd be
Yes.
awesome.
Going off of that, Striking Earth actually mentioned in chat, like, what if low budget is my reason for my PC building? And it's like, yes, absolutely. Like, we genuinely want a range, a diversity, just this huge, like, showcase of you can build a PC in all these different ranges to fit whatever it is you're looking for. Because the thing about doing a low budget is PC building, you can upgrade bits and pieces over time. So it makes sense to start low and then to gradually start upgrading things. And in addition to that, you know, it's proof you don't need like the latest and the greatest to get into the PC world. You can start with whatever makes the most sense. And if people want to share their low budget builds, I think it even would help a lot of people because it'll show you like, hey, this is where they decided to prioritize on what product they wanted to put into their PC. Like some might spend a little bit more money on RAM versus like their AIO, and then later they can upgrade the AIO. Like you need to just kind of determine what it is you're looking for. And so if we can highlight that, like, hey, we have 2, 3 low budget builds, but each one had a different core purpose. And so each person focused on a
Yeah.
specific product that was like the more expensive part versus the other one. And then from there you can go. Like genuinely, we want all of your builds.
Yes. And low budget is actually, it's like it's also an art form in a way because like with the way things are going now with gaming in general, like how things are now optimized, if you're able to have a good budgeted PC that can run like amazing titles as well, man, like more power to you. I want to see all kinds of builds like mid-range, low budget, high, high end of course, but like if you can do something cool with what you have now, I think that'd be even more bonus points, honestly.
Yes. I briefly mentioned this and I realized I meant to touch on it again. So, if you guys have been on the subreddit for a while, you'll know that for the last couple years, we've been doing a build of the month where you just tag your PC as a build PC and we go through the list every month and just randomly pick one to showcase to the community. And so, this is a revival of that. Like, we haven't done it since late last year, I believe. And so, we are revitalizing that in this way, but we're wanting to make it more productive and just something that is more valuable to the community. So this form isn't going to be just to put your Reddit username in, link to your build, and submit photos. Like we have questions in there because we want to get to know you and the PC itself. So there's a chance we might follow up with you to be like, hey, you put this in your note and we really would love to learn more so we can fill out our page. So like if you go to a lot of the build showcase stuff, we currently have like usually 1 or 2 paragraphs that just kind of gives you the general idea of the build. We're going to fill it out a lot more for the community stuff. So it's going to include things like what did they enjoy about the build? What would they like to change? What exactly is the purpose of the build? What was their, intentions behind it? Does the PC have a name? Like we really want to give a life to these builds. And I know that Marx said it's not quite a story, but it is kind of a story. We want the story of you and your build.
Yes, yes. And honestly, Lucky, we haven't talked about this yet, but we can probably, if if the community is up for it, we can probably have one of you guys, like one of the winners, be on the podcast, and we can just talk about their build and like why they did it, and like have people see that. I think it'd be a pretty cool idea too. So,
Yeah, that was definitely something that I had as an idea. I think maybe we should just put that as a checkbox of like, if we if we invited you to the podcast, would you want to be there? Because I know there are some people who are like, no way, no cameras,
wait,
no, do not want to be in public like that. And we're like, I respect that. Whereas there are some people who are
absolutely.
like, oh yeah, I am actually a streamer in my spare time, so I would love to pop in onto like the Corsair podcast and to chat with people. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, have a conversation with me and Marx. I think that'd be amazing, honestly.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and like I said earlier, like it's for you guys too. Like if you're an upcoming streamer or builder or hobbyist, you could take the opportunity to plug yourself and be on something so cool as like on our Corsa website, which gets, I mean, hundreds of thousands of views. So it's really cool opportunity and it's free. Like you don't have to pay anything. It's free. All you have to do is just submit a photo and a post on Reddit and enter it, and that's it. And you get a lot of stuff from it if you win.
Yes,
Prizes and all. So I think it's really cool and
I think so too.
a great initiative for sure.
Karen Chat just said if you're not comfortable with being on camera, maybe they can just do voice. Absolutely, because
Mhm, mhm.
the thing that we're doing most with this is that we're showcasing your build, and so people are going to want to look at what the build is, and we're going to just be going through the pictures and highlighting different parts of it. And so if you want to just be on voice talking to us through it, then yeah, we could absolutely do that. Like, I don't see why that would be a problem at all.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this build. Um, this Striking Earth actually mentioned this, and I thought this was just a fun thing, and this is why the showcase is super fun and super cool. Is they were talking about the vertically mounted GPU. Like that's something that's starting to become a little bit more popular, and I'm seeing more of. And I think it is really neat. It is kind of a show-stopping piece because when you look at the PC, you're like, whoa! Like you see the fans, you can see the shroud because a lot of GPU manufacturers, they put a lot of effort into designing their shroud, but then when we put it into our PC, most of the time you only
You
see
don't
the
see
sides where the
it.
cables go, and you're like, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be really cool. It's funny with vertically mounted GPUs as it started off as like a mini ITX thing because people obviously couldn't install their GPUs like horizontal. So a lot of people were vertically mounting it. So it's really cool to see people um do these on regular size builds and they look good at it. And like I know Asus has like some of the most amazing cards and even Gigabyte too. So like showing that like oh my God, it'd be
Yes.
awesome. Cool. Yeah. So
Um, and actually, that actually brings a nice little note about our frame cases because if you do vertically mounting, you do have to have it to where you can vertically mount it on the back bracket area, which is typically horizontal. But with the frame, we actually have it to where you can pop this back out and turn it into a vertical mount. So
super
the
modular.
frame is just fully customizable. And this goes for all the frames, like frame 4000, the frame 5000. Like, this is a feature we definitely wanted to include and something that, again, we're seeing more and more of. And so it's important to note that if you ever want to do a vertical mounting, that's something you have to consider. And that's why showing PCs off with a vertical mount on our page is important because you get to see how people do it with cases that don't have vertical mount in mind or with cases that do.
Yeah. And I almost forgot to mention this too, is that what's cool about this build as well is that I think Albert added some LS strips on the top. So when you guys are submitting your builds, what would be really cool is if you have like a Funko Pop or like some accessories that sort of like express your build even more. I think that'd be a cool idea because these strips are, I think that these are the link strips actually, the Aurora LS 430s.
Yes.
And if you have these strips around and you want to sort of like customize your build, like you don't have to go full modder, but you can definitely do like small things like that. I've seen people like put in like fake plants on their builds and it just like it adds, it spices it up a little bit. So I think it'd be cool. And especially for this build, it kind of adds into the aesthetic. So it's neat.
Yeah. No, I totally fully agree. There's a lot of ways you can make a PC truly yours and customize it in a way that suits your needs while still also keeping things very practical. Because I know a lot of people are always concerned about, airflow and performance and all that kind of fun stuff. And so you can kind of see my PC a little bit over here. Like I have the 3500X, and to customize it, all I did was take these window clings and put them on the front panel. These are window clings that you might see like on your grandma's window in the kitchen, like really, really easy, cheap things that I found, and I just stuck it on there and called it a day. And so, there's a range of ways for you to make a PC that's really fun and exciting for people while not having to be just necessarily PC component focused. Like, yes,
Yeah,
this build is great. This build is beautiful. Like having the LS strips and things like that really do add a touch of customization. But, like Mark said, if you want to add your little Funko Pop figure in there, some fake plants, things like that to like add just an extra level of like, this is mine and it's fun. Like we want to see it.
absolutely. Um, yeah, I actually love this build. I wish I can have it as my own, but unfortunately I can't keep it. It has to stay in the lab, and it's being used for photo shoots right now, actually. So
Yes.
yeah, because as the 5000D frame is coming out soon, so there's been a lot of marketing stuff that we had to do in the back end to get ready for this launch. So I can't wait
I'm
for you guys to have this case. This case is absolutely incredible. What I love the most about it is that I think with this version of the frame, we added this like, kind of like pegboard style back where you're able to sort of customize where you want the cable clips to go. So
oh,
if
it's
you
my
have a sort
favorite.
of specific cable management way or style in mind, you can just take off the little clips and put it anywhere you want. And I've been trying to I've been sort of messing around with it at the lab, and you could do a lot of cool stuff. And for me, that sucks at cable management. Definitely makes this a lot easier for me because sometimes I'm like, I don't want this cable. Like, I hate this way it's routed. I want to route it this other way, and you're able to do that. So it's really
Yes.
neat.
Oh my God, this is like one of my favorite things when I was at Computex was seeing the pegboard style board because it works really well with the rapid route to management system. So the little clips that he was talking about are these little squares you can see. And so you can place them around the case to be able to really, really get that cable management in control. Like that was made for me specifically because I don't do cable management, cannot to save my life. But this, like, I have just a regular pegboard system because I have the platform 6. And so I am already able to just easily do things because of the amount of holes I can just go and put zip ties through and things like that. And so, like, I'm
And
excited to see this in the Frame 5000. I think it's going to be super fun.
also, mind you, I have a project that I'm doing, and that's kind of secret, but you
Ooh,
can do some
secret.
cool stuff with the pegboard. Like a little hint, guys. If you happen to have a 3D printer or something that you can utilize, you can pull some cool accessories on the back for some photo ops if you really care about that. You can do some cool stuff in there. So
Is this stuff we're
um,
going to see on our printables page?
possibly, possibly, there's a lot of stuff that we want to do for printables that's free because like I think being able to give free stuff out for people, I think would be huge. I know that we did something for the Frame 4000D where we had these 3D printable ducks, and we're definitely going to do more stuff for all of our cases actually, but especially for any of our frame stuff. So be on the lookout for that in the future.
Yes. And you actually reminded me, just as a kind of quick sidebar, because I'm going to make an announcement for this on the subreddit and the Discord as well, is that we are running a 3D printing contest on printables right now, actually. So if you just go to printables.com, go to their contest section, there is a Corsair contest where we've uploaded the blank files for our AIO, the Titan AIO pump cap, the DRAM toppers and the side clips of our fans. So you can just download those files and 3D model them however you think would be fun to customize your case with and submit them. And so us and the printables team are going to go through it together, and we're going to review like all the different entries to see which ones were like our favorites. And we have a lot of prizes in there, including a 3D printer along with a bunch of Corsair products. So make sure you go to
Shout out Prusha.
printables.com. If you're into 3D printing or 3D modeling, like you don't have to own the Corsair products to enter, like you just got to learn to 3D model, and you can enter to win a bunch of stuff, and it's freaking cool. And this is also not an official announcement, so behind the scenes kind of stuff as well, is we are going to have another live build stream in the near future that's going to be kind of focused on 3D printing in the way that we're going to have the frame case. We're going to showcase how we can 3D print stuff for it to add to the further customization of these products. So be on the lookout for that announcement as well.
Heck yeah, man. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Because, you know, like we have two, I think we have two or three 3D printers now in the lab, and I've been experimenting on a few stuff, and it's like so fun to do it because I've never, up until last year, I've never did any 3D printing. So having the ability to start playing around with it at work has been cool because like it's sort of like your imagination is your like it's your oyster or whatever. Like you can do whatever you want. And I'm excited to see what people are going to come up with. And we have to give a big shout out to Prusha for
Yes.
obviously sponsoring us for these um, printers and stuff. So big shout out to them.
Yes, huge shout out to them. They've been awesome in coordinating a lot of this stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more with them in the future. So, kind of keep an eye out, not just here on this, like on our stream, but we're going to be featuring stuff on the subreddit. We're going to be featuring stuff in our like TikTok, social platforms, all that stuff. So, keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. We're probably going to have conversations with the community too of like, what do you guys want to see 3D printing wise? Like, what more can we add to our printables page that you think would be helpful for you? Things that, we hadn't considered, like this is actually on the page here. Down at the bottom is our battle station builds. We have the platform 4 open frame builds. We actually had HP, who you guys have also seen on stream. He was with me when I did my water cooling stream. He 3D modeled a lot of the pieces that you need in order to print to be able to do this on a platform desk. And if you guys didn't know this, the pegboard of these desks are actually just a standard pegboard size. So if you have just any pegboard desk, like you don't have to have specifically the platform one, you can still go to our printables page, print out these various pieces that you need, and you can create an open frame on pretty much any pegboard. So, we
If
really
you
want to
guys,
just showcase the 3D printing and DIY of the PC world.
yeah, guys, if you guys, I'm very curious if you guys did an open frame PC build and wanted to submit it into our builder
Oh
showcase,
my
feel free
God.
to do so. That
Do
would
it.
that'd be fun. We have two in the lab right now, and it's sick. It's actually really cool that you can do that. HP did a lot of prototyping. We have like a million prototypes in the lab, so big shout out to him because he really killed it. I thought this was an amazing project, and it was received really well. I think Steve Burke really liked it too when he was at Computex, so
Yeah, yeah,
it
he's a
was
big fan.
it was a big win. So
All right. So I think we have time for just one more case, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up. Or one more showcase. The
yeah,
prototype. Oh my
I
God.
love this build. It was
It's
partnered with
so cool.
NVIDIA. So you guys saw the first one, which was the white build, and sort of what I would expect most people to submit something very aesthetically pleasing. And then this one would be more for people who are going into a little bit more like modding-esque stuff. So like this is I think this takes inspiration from our frame 4000 DKs, and we made this really nice front panel, which is made out of I believe it's metal, and the little fins or ducts, or I think it's plastic.
I
Oh no,
think
I'm
so.
sorry, it's acrylic.
Yes.
Um, Yes, and then the back, the motherboard tray area is actually in collaboration with a company. I forgot their name. Sorry, it's a
Singularity.
power board. Yes, Singularity. It's their power board, and so like, if you're someone that has like, if you're a big modder and like wants to customize one of your cases to be something like this, the more the merrier. You definitely have the ability to do so, and we definitely want to see it, because the frame is so it's literally just like you can literally take everything apart. I mean, if you guys don't have it, you can literally take off like the PSU shroud, you could take off the motherboard tray, you could take off literally everything. So if you happen to like have modded something yourself and want to add it into this case, by all means, this is sort of inspiration on what you can do with it. If you I know a lot of people on Reddit like to mod their power supplies, which is I wouldn't recommend if you're not an expert, but I've seen
Don't
people
do
paint.
not open your power
Uh,
supplies.
do
Don't
not
do it.
open your power supply unless you know what you're doing. But even then, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend. But I've seen people actually paint their PSUs. I've seen them do a lot of cool stuff. So, like I said, the world is your oyster. You guys can do literally anything. I've seen people actually do. There was a guy, I think last year or so. He loved the C70 case, super old case, and but he liked the military green stuff. And he actually modded one of our 5000Ds, the old one, into like a nice military green like paint color, and I thought it was so sick. So if you like are a big painter, like modding stuff like that, dude, by all means, you guys should be like should do it, and I definitely encourage it if that is like a hobby of yours.
Yeah, I've seen people who have like a Cricut or a Silhouette and they just take vinyl and cut out the pieces and shapes and cover their
Hmm.
motherboards and things like that.
Hmm.
So, like, there's a ton of different ways to be able to customize your builds. And that's what we really want to showcase. Like, you don't have to be good at painting, but if you have a Cricut, then you can do that. Or you might not know, like, you might not own a 3D printer, but things that people don't know is that a lot of local libraries actually have a maker space where you can go and bring a 3D printed file and put it into their machines and come and pick it up. Like, there's a ton of different ways to be able to customize your build that doesn't require you to own every little bit and product out there. And that's what we really hope to showcase with the Builder Showcase.
Get your library card. It's free. You should get
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Recommend.
Get your
Recommend.
library card. If you don't have it, you should. It's free. Free, free, free. Free is always great. And they have so much more than just books. They have like the makerspace, genuinely one of the coolest things. Like it's not just 3D printing areas, they also have like laser cutters. They have like a ton of different tools for you to be able to go and print and cut things out that you need. So there's a lot of ways for you to one, support your local library, but two, it'll also benefit you to be able to customize your PCs to showcase with us.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I'm like, this is something I've been wanting to do for so long. You
Me
guys don't know, but
too.
I was a part of a community before I joined Corsair. I was part of the Pokemon community, and we did a lot of stuff like this before. And I'm so excited to bring that, like, for us, being lucky to bring this here. It's like I love the community, and I found that like Corsair found like Elgato Scuff super involved, and like I'm so excited that we can do more stuff for all you guys here because I think having these opportunities is just like would make me want to be here more and contribute more and just be involved, and we've definitely have so many opportunities in the future for this, so thank you guys, of course.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. On that note, I think we're good to start doing our little bit of wrap up. So, just to touch on a few things, as mentioned before, tomorrow, Thursday, Nettie's back. So I hope to see you guys in her chat and all of us hang out and see what game she's playing. I did try to convince her and Bob to bring back the rest of their split fiction game, but we'll see. We'll see. The other part is I know I said that I'm trying to aim for a podcast every week, but we actually don't have a podcast next week. And that's because on Tuesday, uh, listen, it might not be a podcast, but it's close. It's similar. It's Prime Day. If you guys didn't already get the announcement for that, that Amazon Prime Day is happening starting on the 8th. And we have something special, and Marx is going to be involved. So I will make sure to make an announcement of that in the Discord. So that way you guys can pop in and hang out with us when we get to that. Uh,
Stay
what a
tuned.
wrap up already. I know time flies by when you're just having really good conversations about things that you are passionate about. But yeah, so tune in next Tuesday for a special Prime stream, and Marks will be featured along with a handful of other people you might have already seen or met before in previous streams, or even in just like other short form content videos and things like that. So I'm excited. I will make sure to share information once I have more stuff to give into the Discord and potentially the subreddit as well. The last thing, this is something that Marx and I talked about. If you guys are going to QuakeCon, we will be there. This
I
is
will.
the first time back in a few years, I think is what it is. And
Yes.
we have a booth, we have a sponsored row. We're going to be hanging out with a bunch of people. But even if you're not going to the event itself, but you're in the vicinity, like, feel free to come and say hi to us. We'll be hanging out. We'll be there all all the days. We will be awake all the 24 plus hours.
24 hours. I'll be up. Yes. I can't wait. I'm excited to be in the trenches with you, Lucky.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna
so
be fun.
fun. It's a thing that I think some people don't know about me, lucky lore, is in college. When I was in university, I was actually part of the gaming committee that we had, and so our gaming club. And we actually had a 24 to 48-hour LAN event that we held 1 to 2 times a year, and we had approximately like 250 people that would attend. And I was very much one of the people in charge of putting that together and, bringing in our sponsors. We had like tons of giveaways. And so I'm very excited to be part of QuakeCon again because that's going to bring back a lot of those fun memories that I really enjoyed from college. Nothing screams like the energy of people playing StarCraft 2 at like 3 a.m. when there's like a Zerg rush happening is truly unmatched. Like, you do not witness that kind of event anywhere else. Like, oh my gosh. So I cannot wait to see what's going to happen at this one.
I have not touched any StarCraft in so long.
Me either. But man, I love watching it. It is so good.
It's awesome. That was what that I think that was like the first big esport, right? Besides Quake,
I think
which is great. That
so.
was
It's
like
definitely one of the ones up there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Geez, man, it could be fun.
It's
If
going
you
to be so
guys are
fun.
there and want to stop by and say hi, please do. And if you tell us you are from the community,
We might have
I
something.
might, and we might have something for you, something
Maybe.
really nice. So
Maybe.
feel free to reach out.
Are you going to bring your own PC to the LAN party? It is a bring your own PC convention, so a lot of people will be bringing their own PCs, and I'm excited to take pictures and share it with the community. I'll be posting regularly in the Discord. I'm also in the QuakeCon Discord, so lots of fun stuff coming that way in August. All
Can't wait. I'm
right.
so excited to go.
So I think that's it for us, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Like I said, this podcast might be shifting from Wednesdays to Fridays. So keep an eye out for that in the Discord. But otherwise, last thing, Mercy treat. Let's see. Let's see. Mercy, are you here? Mercy Bean.
Oh
Mercy
my
Bean.
God.
She might be
Where's
sleeping. She went
Mercy?
for a walk right beforehand, and so she might be sleeping. Mercy Bean.
It's like, Mom, no, I want
She
to
is
stay. I
she
want
is
to sleep.
passed out.
She's like, nah, leave me alone.
Sorry, fellas. She's not here, so I can't do a mercy treat. I'll take a video and post it in the Discord for you guys.
Sleepy time for Mercy.
Sleepy time for her. But all right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Nutty stream tomorrow. And so no podcast next week, but there's a special stream on Tuesday. But the week after that will be another podcast, and I'll be more than likely having Bob and Nutty pop in with me again. We're figuring out the topics. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for
Bye,
hanging.
guys. Much love.